उपराष्ट्रपति एम वेंकैया नायडू हैदराबाद स्थित विवेकानंद इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ ह्यूमन एक्सीलेंस के 21वें स्थापना दिवस में हिस्सा ले रहे हैं। आइए आपको सीधे लेकर चलते हैं।
ओम शांति शांति शांति। My pranams to most revered Srimad Swami Gautamananda Ji Maharaj, Vice President Maharaj of the Ramakrishna Order. My namaskars to Sri M. Venkaiah Naidu Garu, Honorable Vice President of India, other invited dignitaries and friends. It is a historic moment today, the 10th of September 2020, for the Vivekananda Institute of Human Excellence, unit of the Ramakrishna Math, Hyderabad, which has completed 20 years of bringing the message of human excellence to lakhs of people in the city of Hyderabad in particular, and the states of Andhra Pradesh and Telangana in general. Now, with the online mode, it is reaching the whole of India and parts of the world too. Revered Swami Ranganathananda Ji Maharaj, the 13th President of the Ramakrishna Order, wanted an institute in the Ramakrishna Math which would give inner development to the younger generation. This would make youth, high degree holders, not only efficient in the subject, but become excellent human beings based on teachings of Swami Vivekananda and our culture. So, at the beginning of the new millennium, that is on 10 September 2000, this pioneering project was inaugurated by Revered Maharaj himself. These 20 years have shown how important human excellence is and how learners are eager to join the numerous useful courses which have been designed and are upgraded thanks to the dedicated and quality faculty. Starting from school, college, and university, students and teachers, government officers, doctors, police personnel, IT professionals, managers, lawyers, chartered accountants, administrators, and youth and threshold of life. VIHC has benefited about 18 lakh participants approximately through its courses. Eminent personalities, scientists, doctors, senior and learned monks of the Ramakrishna Math, and leaders from various fields have regularly come to give their words of wisdom in the seminars and conventions in VIHC. In this same tradition, we have today to inaugurate the 21st Foundation Day celebrations. The Honorable Vice President of India, Sri M. Venkaiah Naidu Garu, on behalf of all of you, I extend a hearty welcome to Honorable Vice President of India, who has been a good friend of Ramakrishna Math and Mission, and who had visited Hyderabad Center a couple of times back. In spite of the pandemic restrictions, we are more than happy that he has accepted our invitation to be present in the virtual meeting and inaugurate the celebrations. We are also very fortunate that revered Vice President Maharaj, who is at Jayrambati, the birthplace of Holy Mother Sharada Devi, due to the pandemic restrictions, has joined the celebrations and will be blessing all of us. Humble pranams to him. We pray that with the grace of Sri Ramakrishna, Holy Mother Sharada Devi, and Swami Vivekananda, that the institute will grow from strength to strength in future. My best wishes to all the guests, faculty, volunteers, devotees, learners, and future learners. Thank you.
We offer our humble thanks to our Adhyaksha Maharaj, under whose guidance and blessings all the activities of the Math and Human Excellence are going on. He has been with us last 14 years in Hyderabad, and in the last 10 years, the Human Excellence activities have grown into a huge banyan tree, and with the blessings of God and the best wishes of the Vice President of India and others, we shall take this message for the welfare of the society and for inspiring the youth to become enlightened citizens of this great country as Swami Vivekananda wanted. We request I offer my pranams to our Vice President Maharaj, who is at Jairambati, as you just now heard, Srimad Swami Gautamananda Ji, who is very young in his age. He is just 92 and very active and blessing all the devotees in the world. I request Maharaj for his blessings now. Revered Gautamananda Maharaj.
My dear and Honorable Vice President of India, Sri Venkaiah Naidu Garu, Swami Jnanadananda Ji, Swami Bodhamayananda Ji, other monastic brothers, and devotee brothers and sisters. I am very glad to be with you on this day when we are inaugurating the 21st anniversary celebration of the Vivekananda Institute of Human Excellence of the Ramakrishna Mutt, Hyderabad. As already Swami Jnanadananda has told you, this mutt was affiliated. This was started as far back in 1922, but it was affiliated with the mission in 1972-73, and I was lucky to be with Swami Ranganathananji, who was the first president of Hyderabad Center. And then afterwards, so much of development has come. One of the great developments is this Vivekananda Institute of Human Excellence. I, with great reverence, I remember the contribution of Swami Ranganathananji, who was the 13th president of the Worldwide Ram Mission, for his human service. He was so loving, so good, so wonderful in organizing, and we remember him on this day. Swami Vivekananda, as you all know, he always used to say, the education, proper education, good education is the panacea for all our ills. So all people have, all nations have the ills, but in India we seem to be overabundant ills. So our only way to make our country great is the good education. Swami Vivekananda described good education as total development of man. What does he mean by total development man? Man has got several dimensions. He has got a physical dimension. Physically, he should be developed. Intellectual dimension. Intellectually, he should be made to develop. Then emotional development. His emotions must be cultured. It must be given an upper turn, higher turn, noble turn. Then we have got the moral dimension. That compassion to others, sacrifice for others, love the country, love God. So this moral dimension. And of course, the last but not the least is the spiritual development, which makes us one with the whole universe, whole humanity. We love everybody, everything in this universe. It is only possible through spirituality. So that also must be developed. This 5 combined development is the total development of man. And I am very glad to note from the statement, from the report of this institution, Vivekananda Institute of Human Excellence, they are catering for the development of all these 5 faculties. It is a fantastic thing. It is a very unique institution. So they are trying to develop people of all kinds, men, women, young, old, students, and professionals, government officials. As Ajnanananda has given a long list, it is simply astounding. All types of people are being helped here. So I appreciate this tremendous development and pray to Sri Ramakrishna, Holy Mother, Sharda Devi, who are the great manifestation of that Almighty Himself. So let them shower on this institution and over all these people who are helpful in this institution in making it develop, making it progress. Their choicest blessings of them. So on this great occasion, I feel obliged to all those who have invited me here and share the joy of this inauguration of this function. And it's a great thing. I all of them. May Swamiji bless us all so that we can improve this institution further to higher heights in the years to come. So, once again, thanking you all. I take leave of you. Jai Ram. Om Shanti.
We offer our pranams, Maharaj, for your blessings and the completion of 20 years of Vivekananda Institute of Human Excellence. What Ranganathanji visualized, we are as squirrels in the Ramasetu, trying to do little work. Ranganathanji's blessings and the support of 50 faculties from different backgrounds, psychologists, etc. So we'll take this message of Swamiji and Sri Ramakrishna forward as much as possible. Thank you and pranam once again for inaugurating. Now we are waiting for the pride moment of Vivekananda Institute of Human Excellence. That is the message, the ideas from the respected Honorable Vice President of India, our good friend and well-wisher of the MUT activities. He was on the same celebration 3 years ago, and we cherish his memory, his visit. He had said that he would come again to the Ramakrishna Mutt and enjoy the peaceful atmosphere here. But due to this pandemic, we are going online, but we can see him and listen to him thanks to technology. We are so happy, sir, for having you as our chief guest, and we request you to deliver your message for the youth and the citizens of this country.
Respected Swami Gautamanand Ji, Swami Jnanananda Ji, Swami Bodhamayanand Ji, Justice Chadha Kodandaram, Honorable Judge of the High Court, Sri Raka Sudhakar, Sri A.S. Murthy, Sri Venugopal Reddy, other monastic members of the Ramakrishna Mutt faculty of the Institute, my dear youngsters who are all watching this program. I am really delighted to participate in the 21st Foundation Day celebration of Vivekananda Institute of Human Excellence. In fact, I was very eager to come for today's function, to be in Hyderabad. We have practically planned in spite of pandemic, because it's since last 7 months I've been to Hyderabad. I thought we should make a beginning with this function, but the medical advice is not to go for travel immediately, and that too I have the Parliament which is going to begin from 14th of this month. You are all aware that I have dual responsibility of not only Vice President, but also Chairman of the Upper House of India, Rajya Sabha. Because you all know that actual will be more inspiring and thrilling than virtual. But what is the factual situation? We are all aware that you can't meet and greet and talk to people directly in view of the guidelines issued and also in view of the severity of pandemic in these parts of the country. But I am happy to note that this Vivekananda Institute of Human Excellence has completed 20 years of dedicated service in the pursuit of human excellence. I would like to applaud the Institute for having trained people from different walks of life, youth, students, teachers, government employees, employees of public undertakings, corporate bodies, and professionals like engineers, doctors, and others. I'm told the chief aim of the Institute is to instill faith in oneself and impart nobler values of life and life-giving strength to enable individuals to lead more fulfilling spiritual lives based on moral, ethical, and eternal values. Such training, motivation is very much required for every person. And I am also happy that the institute is named Human Excellence. You have to bring out the excellence in every individual, and so that they can excel in their life and make the country excel among the Community of Nations, and also make the human beings excel in order to help and continue peaceful living together, sharing and caring world. That should be our ultimate aim. Peaceful, sharing and caring world. This is what Swami Ramakrishna Ji has said. This is what has been preached by Swami Vivekananda also. So this is very much necessary. I'm happy to note that the Institute is celebrating its foundation day today, the 127th anniversary of Swami Vivekananda address at the Parliament of World Religions tomorrow. In spite of the exigencies of the pandemic that has disrupted different facets of our life. 2018, I myself had the good fortune, I can say, of speaking at the Historic Art Institute of Chicago, the place where Swami Vivekananda delivered his legendary speech in 1893. It was this famous speech by Swamiji that drew the world's attention towards India and its rich heritage. He spoke about the antiquity of our culture and civilization, including its numerous achievements and remarkable contributions. He explained what is Hindu. It was Swami Vivekananda who highlighted the importance of the ancient Indian philosophy of Vedanta and the spirit of universality, tolerance, and acceptance that underpins ancient Indian thought. Swami Vivekananda's journey to Chicago in the winter of 1893 is also symbolic of the journey that the Hindu philosophical thoughts have made to lands far and wide across the world. 1893 September 11th, Swami Vivekananda చికాగోలోని సర్వమత సమావేశంలో ప్రసంగించి చరిత్ర సృష్టించిన రోజు. తరువాత ఎన్నో నెలలు ఆయన పాశ్చాత్య దేశాల్లో పర్యటించారు. ఎందరో ప్రముఖులను మేధావులను కలుసుకున్నారు. ఆ పరంపరలో చికాగో నగరంలో అత్యంత ధనికుడైన రాక్ ఫెల్లర్ వివేకానందను కలిసి తన గొప్ప చెప్పే ప్రయత్నం చేశారు. వివేకానందునికి ఎంత ధనం కావాలంటే అంత ఇస్తానని చెప్పాడు. He met many people, intellectuals, and also the well-meaning citizens of Chicago. In that process, he met Rockefeller. Rockefeller came and met Swami Vivekananda, and he was trying to explain about his greatness, his richness, etc. And he also promised that he will give as much money as Swamiji wanted. So then Swamiji చెప్పాడు, మీరు కూడబెట్టిన ధనం నిజానికి మీకు చెందినది కాదు. The money which you have acquired is not in fact your personal money. This is the money which is given by the God to be spent for the humanity. But he kept it with you. You are a trustee. If you get more than that, please understand that's not your personal property. So please open your eyes and try to do good, something to the people. Then only you will have a meaningful wealth and you will have mental peace. So then this Rockefeller, he gave a big donation and kept the papers again, and then he wanted to show off his wealth. But Swamiji said, You have to thank me. Rockefeller was expecting Swamiji will thank him. Swamiji said, you have to thank me because your attitude, your approach to life and wealth has been changed by my advice to you. So, many people, rich, they had a change of their heart after. When I read this, I felt very happy because there is a message by Swamiji. I have been fond votary of Swamiji's teachings since my college and university days. He was one of the tallest sons of India, a great spiritual teacher, and a true embodiment of Hindu culture. His thoughts on religion, spirituality, nationalism, education, philosophy, social reform, poverty elimination, and empowerment of the masses, particularly women, have helped shape my own thoughts. His words have always remained an inspiration to me. Swamiji has understood the soul of the nation and the ethos of its culture and endeavored to rebuild it on the noble ideas that were enshrined in its spiritual foundations of Sanatana Dharma. The Indian Renaissance and Reformation movements in the 19th century reached peak with the coming of Swami Vivekananda on the national scene. He worked tirelessly for national transformation, cultural regeneration, and cultural renaissance started through his religious purification, spiritual emancipation, and social regeneration. To this day, Swamiji's teachings remain eternal edicts to the whole world. I feel that the youth of today must study the life and works of Swami Vivekananda and follow his message with heart and soul. It should in fact be part of the education. There cannot be better education than Swamiji's teachings. Today we need many more education institutions that will take universal teachings of giants like Swami Vivekananda and Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa and their interpretations closer to the common man. My dear sisters and brothers, and particular youngsters, I see an imminent need to reimagine, reinvent, re-engineer the entire education system if we are to effectively meet the many formidable challenges of the 21st century. The National Education Policy 2020 is a major step in that direction. Swamiji has just now explained, Swami Gautamanandaji, the importance of education as explained by Swami Vivekananda. The present new education policy prepared by eminent educationalists of great knowledge that really helped to formulate proper thoughts, and now a new education policy 2020 has been placed before the country. The entire country should go through it and also understand the underlying message of the educational policy and utilize this opportunity to move forward. We have an immense opportunity before us in the form of a huge demographic dividend, and we must not fail to leverage this great competitive advantage. We must not only educate, but we must educate well. The quality of education is of crucial importance. Here I would like to emphasize that education meant not only to make a living and live a comfortable life, happy life. What is more important is education must enable every individual to become a well-rounded person with grit, moral courage, equanimity, empathy, and spiritual strength. Education is meant to enlighten and empower an individual. Education is not for employment alone. We need holistic education. We need to adopt a multidisciplinary approach as National Education Policy 2020 has suggested. We need to foster innovation, encourage entrepreneurial ability, and deeper awareness of our country's rich heritage. In the words of Swami Vivekananda, whose message the Institute primarily spreads, what we want is Western science coupled with Indian Vedanta. The basic objective of education must be life-building, man-making, character-making, assimilation of ideas that Swami Vivekananda envisioned. He wanted education to result in the creation of an integrated person, a person who is empathetic, active, competent, humble, and hardworking, a person who is open to new ideas, tolerant to different viewpoints, and committed to world peace and collaborative, corrective human progress. To me, true education is the relentless pursuit of truth and the constant endeavor to improve the human condition. True education must empower our children to become responsible, reasonable, concerned, engaged citizens, not only of India, but of the world. Education must help our youth to develop critical thinking faculties, clearly identify the problems that plague humanity and come up with the definitive solutions. I have always maintained that any knowledge stream or scientific or technological progress that does not help solve the problems faced by the humanity, by the common man, is of very little use. Education must also encourage our children to take great pride in our ancient cultural heritage and prepare them to be global ambassadors of our age-old values and morals. The pursuit of existence must be an integral part of our education system. Every child is unique, different, and has different capabilities and talents. So, recognize and then try to promote by encouraging. We must be able to recognize this fundamental fact and nurture and develop these unique faculties in the children. We not only need scientific and technocrats, but also artists and storytellers and poets. Excellence should be ingrained in the culture of our educational institutions. The quest for excellence must be encouraged. The cultivation of excellence takes discipline, single-minded focus, and determined effort. At this critical juncture in our country as a nation, excellence is imperative and mediocrity is no longer an option. I am hopeful that the Vivekananda Institute will keep up its quest for excellence. I am sure the new educational policy will facilitate India to fully realize the demographic dividend and make the country a knowledge and innovation hub in the 21st century. I am hopeful that excellence will be the guiding, overreaching principle in whatever we do. We should all try to understand what yoga is meant to be. Karmasu Kausalam, achieving high order skills and excellence, is also what Swami Vivekananda gave as a clarion call to the youth. Awake, arise, stop not till you achieve your goals. I once again wish the 21st Foundation Day celebrations of Vivekananda Institute of Human Excellence all the success, and my humble pranams to all these Swamijis who are all dedicating their life to spread the teachings and preachings of Swami Vivekananda for the betterment of humanity. As I told you, I would have been much more happy to be in Hyderabad and also to be amidst you. But I hope things will improve in the near future and we'll be able to meet personally and exchange ideas. I have, in between, spoke a little in my mother tongue, Telugu, because encouraging mother tongue is also an integral part of encouraging our culture and our heritage. Our children initially should be taught in mother tongue. Later, they must be exposed to all languages. That should be the line. And also, the example I gave about Rockefeller is to see that the younger generation also understand the meaning of the wealth, and the purpose of the wealth, and then move on in their life. Thank you very much. Namaskaram. Jai Hind.
On behalf of the Vivekananda Institute of Human Excellence, virtually I will just show this small memento which will be sent to you, sir. This is our 21st Foundation Day memento, which will be given to you in New Delhi by one of our guests. May I request now Sri Raka Sudhakar, our faculty of VIHE and a senior journalist of Hyderabad, to render the vote of thanks. Sudhakar ji. Yes, Sudhakar ji.
Thank you very much, Swamiji. It's my proud privilege to propose a vote of thanks to our Honorable Vice President, Sri Venkaiah Naidu Garu, whose love for nationalism, the ideals of Swami Vivekananda are too well known to be repeated again. In his speech, he has spoken about the holistic education, where the quest for excellence, and also reminded us that we are trustees of the wealth that we have, and our duty is to distribute this wealth to the society. He has also enjoined us to reimagine, reinvent, and re-engineer the educational system and bring it closer to the society. And then his emphasis on teaching in mother tongue is also a very good message for the whole society. I also thank Swami Gautamananda ji, the Vice President of Sri Ramakrishna Math, for his espousal of the multidimensional development and the total development of the an individual, how a Vyakti can grow from aham to vayam. Thank you so much, Swami Gautamananda ji, for your wonderful exposition of the holistic education. My thanks also to Sri Jnanadananda ji, Professor Justice Kodandaram Garu, Sri A.S. Murthy Garu, and Sri Venugopal Reddy Garu for gracing the occasion, and to Sri Bodhamayananda ji, who is the director of this Hori institution, which is just 20 years young and has many more miles to cover. And under his able leadership, including me, all the faculty will strive their every nerve to work for this organization. And to all the students who have participated from far and wide online, but for your presence, this program would not have been a success. Thank you so much. And once again, I thank everyone from the bottom of my heart. Dhanyavad.
Vice President, he will take leave of us, and we offer our namaskaram to our Vice President Maharaj also, Gautamanji, for his presence and blessings, Jnanadananda ji, and all the guests.
उपराष्ट्रपति एम वेंकैया नायडू हैदराबाद स्थित विवेकानंद इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ ह्यूमन एक्सीलेंस के 21वें स्थापना दिवस कार्यक्रम में उन्होंने शिरकत की। इसी के साथ इस खास पेशकश में इतना ही। बाकी खबरों के लिए आप देखते रहिए राज्यसभा टीवी।